Paper was like gold in medieval times.
Oh, not tobacco. Sugar.
That everything we thought we knew about the world might turn out to be completely wrong.
On my restaurant in India, tensions were high as the restaurant prepared for its imminent launch.
We're opening regardless of systems not even being in place.
I have the fear that the expat staff is just going to implode with the responsibility of opening this in chaos, and it has to happen.
They want to be open and they're starting to book parties, but where do we store our liquor? This needs to be cleaned out and it needs to be done today.
With the first customers only hours away, major construction flaws continue to hamper progress in the kitchen.
It's very dangerous. It's like a swimming pool in here. Our first night today, and there's still all these issues.
But ready or not, the restaurant was declared open for business. And as the food and drink started to flow, it didn't take long for the cracks to appear.
First orders, still a lot of training to be done with the floor staff.
It's early in the night and we're still pretty precarious.
Yeah, I was definitely close to saying let's go home. Been at that point now probably twice where I've broken.
It's so difficult, it's crazy.
The restaurant has been up and running for 3 days, despite construction still not being complete. Now more than a month over schedule, and the Aussies have run out of patience.
Very frustrating. So the last week has been one massive week. Sophie's depleted and Nathan's pretty much in tears. Everyone, the kitchen staff is exhausted. Yeah, but right now, there's so many other things that need doing. Which manpower is going away to do that?
I feel the Australian staff has got too much on their plate, and I fear that they might be cracking down. But I think they've also bitten more than they could chew.
When's the aircon going in downstairs?
Right?
Aircon. When's the aircon? Tomorrow?
Nathan still doesn't have an acceptable place to store his alcohol, and he's fed up.
This bull.
Nathan wears his heart on his sleeve and he takes things quite personally, you know. He's putting everything into this, and at times his inner beast can come out because he's taking it all very personally and putting everything into it.
Yeah, that's all I need. As long as I get told it's going to get done in 2 hours, I'm happy. Because at the end of the day, I don't want to be responsible for stuff that goes off.
To leave the things and all.
Me? Really? I have to start yelling at the owners?
Yeah, I'm in the mood.
In the first nights of service, it quickly became apparent that the wait staff need more training. But finding sufficient time to do this is the difficult part.
The issue in the restaurant is the service staff at the moment, and that's been the complaint every night. They need to learn the menu, they need to learn the layout of the floor, they need to learn how to not bunch together, you know, when goes down. Things that you would think is simple, they need to learn all of it. So there's a lot to learn for them, but we definitely need to take the day for the service staff to just get up to speed.
But you need to make sure that everything is charged for. Also, last night there was 2 bottles of wine that went on a table. They were A, were the wrong wine, and B, they were both 500 rupees more than the wine that they ordered. This can't happen again tonight. They get charged 1,000 rupees more. Would you be happy? No, you would be. Would you be happy? No. Would you be happy if you were overcharged 1,000 rupees? No. Excellent. Great. Great. There's definitely moments of disillusionment that I've been feeling with training the staff. Every time a step forward, sometimes 3 steps back. I've had hundreds of head nods, yes, 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 and then no response. So we're trying to deprogram these workers that have been taught for this really sterile, stoic style of dining, to be loose in themselves and incorporate the Australian style, which is fun and sassy, but without losing any of your professionality in it. I'm not 100% confident whether we are able to execute this in a way that is going to be both accepted by the waitstaff and the clientele here.
So far, the restaurant has been catering mainly to small group bookings as the staff try to find their feet. But the owners are keen to see the turnover increase, and tonight they have decided to open the restaurant to walk-ins. With more traffic expected through the door at any moment, Nathan's struggles continue as he tries to provide the basic necessities for the bar.
Ice machine. What's going on here? Do you know why there's no ice in the ice machine? Can we get someone to get us like 45 bags of ice like now and get them in the freezer? I don't care. Just 20, whatever. Just get some ice here. I can't do anything with no ice. What's going on? I've told Gockel now, 20 bags, 5 minutes. 1 cube of ice in our ice machine that we're supposed to have 10 litres of ice in every day. I don't know if someone switched it off again or if it's the electricity problems that we're still having, but it needs to be sorted out. It's always the same. Like, the electricity's coming. They're still working and sorted out. I know everyone here in Gold says it's hard to get electricity. That's fine. Put that on a freaking generator if you have to. I don't care. I need that for this. You want a functioning bar, you've got to have everything else to work with it. You've got to have the alcohol to service it. You've got to have the ice to put in the drinks. I need a rest. I just need a day. I need a day off. This is too much. Can't do it. Physically, I can't do it. I'm too old. I'm too old for this.
Sarah will spend tonight out of the kitchen so she can keep a closer eye on the service staff. Even after today's training, she can see they still have a long way to go.
The order didn't come out. The order didn't go to the kitchen. You can't wait that long. It's been 15 minutes. He's already asked me if his order's coming. Yes, rush. It's taken 20 minutes for them to put that order in. Needs to come straight away. Please.
If you don't understand, no, wait. If you don't understand what I'm, look at me, look at me, look at me. If you don't understand what I'm saying, then tell me, and I'll try and work it out, okay? So we need to make sure that we understand each other. Yeah? Yeah?
No, the table. Whose table? You're taking these drinks? Can't understand a word I say. It's not even close to a full restaurant, but there's still a lot of confusion. There's only so much you can watch and so much you can rectify in the time. Like, they've got to get it at some point. I don't know. Hopefully it'll get better soon.
Tonight, head chef Arindam is running the kitchen without Sarah by his side, and the stress is clearly taking its toll. Power supply continues to be a problem as the kitchen continues to lose light throughout service.
Oh, I'm very sorry.
After a customer sends back the most expensive dish on the menu, Arindam's frustration with the service staff finally boils over.
इन्फॉर्म करने का काम आपका है कि मेरा है? मैं जाऊँ एक वेटर को पकड़ूं और बोलूं तेरा कौन सा खाना है, कैसा देना है, मैं पूछूं? या तो आप नीचे डॉट डालो या कुछ तो करो। ऑल टुगेदर लिखो, कुछ तो पढ़ो। हम लोग जितना फास्ट हो रहा है उतना फास्ट खाना देना है। इसके बाद अगर 20 मिनट पे ऑर्डर जाने के बाद 20 मिनट के अंदर गया ऑप्शन, मे बी अगर 800 का डिश कैंसिल होता है।
Meanwhile, things behind the bar don't look much better as Nathan continues to lose control over the drink service.
That's not right. Dirty martini. Oh, guys, I don't know how to deal with this. I can't work out what the they're doing. Like, really, it's doing my head in. Every time there's double drinks, chips coming back. It's the worst night we've had at the bar, and it's breaking down at this end for some reason. This whole ticket thing's just not working. Drinks are coming back, we're just pouring them down the sink.
Mango, there's here.
So what is it?
What is the order?
Needed.
India is a different country than Australia. People, the working style, the staff, the mindset is different. So you have to be flexible. You can't say that this happens in Australia like this, so it will happen in India in the same way.
It's still early in the night and there's several groups yet to arrive, so the kitchen team reconvene to try to get things back on track. With an open kitchen in the centre of the restaurant, it's imperative that the staff keep up the perception that things are running smoothly. Sarah greets the largest group for the evening, who have just arrived for a big engagement party. The host asks Sarah about the traditional wish lanterns he requested, but in the chaos of the day, they seem to have been overlooked.
I've just ran out to get some wish lanterns because these guys asked for it. We weren't able to find it on the way, and I wasn't sure if it was that important, but it is. It's the first thing he asked me for when I got there, so I'm just racing out to get it. Oh, it's closed. Oh, man. It's not gonna happen. Oh, it's not gonna be good. What the hell am I gonna do? Excuse me? Do you have wish lanterns? Wish lanterns? Wish lanterns that you throw into the sky. Do you know anyone that has any? Left?
The wish lanterns are sentimental for the couple as they lit them together the night they were engaged.
Do you have wish lanterns? Do you have wish lanterns? You know, the ones that you fly in the sky, wish lanterns?
But you can find them at the beach itself. You can find them.
Oh, really? Which way is the beach?
Yeah. It's
Back that way.
Yeah.
Okay. And how are you?
Sarah is getting calls from the restaurant wondering where she is. It's busy and they desperately need her back there.
Have you seen wish lanterns? Wish lanterns that you fly. Alright, it's okay. My horn's not working. That's probably the worst thing to happen in India, your horn stopped working. I feel like we're driving in like someone's restaurant or something. It doesn't feel like you should be driving here. It's like, where are we? What the hell? It's so dead out here. Wish lantern you fly in the sky?
What?
Like a lantern that you fly in the sky.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah. Can I park here?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So they're straight down. Oh, 20? How much? Wish lanterns? Yeah. Like everyone knows what I'm talking about. I've never even heard of it myself. What? Where? What the hell? Oh, God. Oh, no one's understood me this whole time, have they? Seriously, come on. No one's understood me this whole time. Excuse me, you know a wish lantern that you fly in the sky? A wish lantern that you fly?
Yeah,
lantern.
In
that black one.
Where?
Yeah.
Black what?
Yeah, because that boy is selling here.
Really?
Yeah.
What?
Done.
He's walking?
Yeah, is that light there.
Which light? All of them?
Yeah, come here, I can show you.
Oh, thank you.
You can go there, that.
Wait, excuse me?
This task has taken Sarah away from the restaurant at a vital time of service, and she can't afford to go back without the lanterns.
Excuse me? Do you have the wish lanterns? How many?
How many you want?
30. In it.
How many you want?
30, please.
Huh?
Team 30.
30.
30. How much? Huh?
200.
No.
How much?
20 each they told me it was.
This 20 is?
Yeah.
Not possible, madam. We pay more than that.
100. 100 each, and I'm buying 30. 100, come on.
Sarah manages to bargain them down to 150 rupees each, which is about $3 Australian. She was told by the locals that they sell for 20 rupees each, but Sarah doesn't have time to waste negotiating. It's crucial she makes a good impression on her guests, as the restaurant will be relying heavily on word-of-mouth recommendations.
Found them! I don't know how, but I did. It's all part of the job description. Solved one problem, but let's see what other one I'm going to walk into.
Arindam has managed to survive service without Sarah in the kitchen. While the team are worn out and frustrated with the difficult working conditions, the quality of the food seems to be increasing as they become more familiar with Sarah's menu. The team managed to survive another night's service, and once again the problems seem to go largely unnoticed by the customers. But behind the scenes, the restaurant staff are frustrated and exhausted. They still have a long way to go if they're to survive Goa's busy tourist season.
I don't know if it's going to work.
Tonight's service was only a small fraction of the 1,000 guests expected at the official launch party, which is rapidly approaching.
She did it. The hardest thing with Sophie and Nathan is that they are extremely close friends. And when we're living together, working together, playing together, you know, we've always been really close, but there's definitely tension that builds up when you spend that much time with anyone, every minute of every day. And we're awake a lot these days, working like 18-hour days. So I'm starting to realise now that we need to make time for ourselves. They're my closest friends, and to separate that friendship and create roles in a business is very difficult to do. So I'm starting to notice that it's like your family members. You can push them a little bit more and maybe say things that you wouldn't say to someone who was your employee or that was your boss. So I think it's going to take a bit of time for us to set some boundaries.
Last night's service confirmed that the restaurant's biggest downfall is still the service staff. Sarah, Sophie and Nathan sit down to discuss their concerns over breakfast.
What are we doing about service staff?
We need to do some training, like...
That's what way that anyone says to them. They just think...
They don't understand. They just... Oh, no, they do understand.
It takes 15 minutes to get a beer to a table. I'm like, all bar staff doesn't take 15 minutes to pour
No, my kitchen does it in a minute.
So there's something breaking down between the order and when the ticket comes out. The whole night, I spent 4 to 5 hours standing at the end of the bar yelling at the wait staff.
You have to, like, literally pull them aside and drill them.
I think they need to be all told that their jobs are on the line if they don't.
That's what I mean. Pull them aside. Say, you do this again, you're out. Literally.
Everyone's complaining about the service.
So
Everyone
many things
is.
last night with triple hands. And we had drinks that I was pouring down the drain because they were double done. And not just one or two. I'm talking like half the night. Because of the ticket system over the parts. Again, I told them, shut your mouth when you come to the end of the bar. wait for your ticket.
They're yelling at my kitchen staff.
You're yelling at the kitchen staff, you're yelling at
I
the
said,
bar
don't
staff.
talk to them because you're just confusing them. It's just, I don't know.
Me neither. I actually don't know what to do.
It's actually affecting us massively.
No, but that's why you shouldn't take in more people. You should have just stopped them at the door. It was smooth the other night because I stopped people.
We weren't really that busy.
Yeah, but
we had like not that many tables.
That's what I mean.
But it was a total flop from the get-go. From the get-go.
Yeah, because
I think you just need to be a bit more informative.
With what?
With what's happening.
This morning, Sarah has been called in for an urgent meeting with her business partner, Ashish. With the enormous launch party just around the corner, Ashish has been frantically trying to secure a liquor license for the beach club on the lower level of Antares.
I've got some bad news.
Really?
We can't do the launch party on the 14th. I've just come back from Delhi. We tried for the licenses, but because of Diwali, everything's shut.
I fly out there next week. I'm flying home for my brother's wedding, something that definitely cannot be changed. And unfortunately, with the pushback of the launch date, it means that I'll be flying back to India 3 days before the launch. So it's pretty tough. You know, this is a pretty important time right now, and refining the menu and obviously planning, I'll have to do all of that remotely.
You have to count your blessings. I mean, my heart's sinking because we've put in so much money and we are paying wages, we are paying rental, we are paying everything with no business coming in. So either you find humor or you find your sanity. It's just one of those things where, unfortunately, you just have to wait out the license time.
It's definitely going to affect the outcome, but I'm just going to have to work my butt off while I'm back in Australia, as well as the 3 days when I get back. It's just going to be around the clock, I think. It's the only way that I'll be able to get it done, which is going to be difficult, but there's nothing that I can do about it.
The launch party has been in preparation for months, and with over 1,000 guests expected, it's an event that will put Antares on the map as a tourist destination. Its delay has cast a dark shadow over the restaurant, but service must go on.
We're not eating properly. We're getting up super early, coming straight in here, you know, pushing everyone and driving everything here, and we're not, I mean, we don't sit down and eat at all. It's stressful, you know, we're trying to push everything, but it's, yeah, it's finally starting to affect us. So, yeah, it's not good. It's obviously, you know, a massive thing that's happening, and I want to stay strong and, you know, achieve, but sometimes it just gets to you. I guess that's happening now. It's just one of those days. You know, I miss my son, I miss my mum.
I just want to go to bed.
I think we need a day off.
We do. We've got to have a day off a week. If things were smooth and you probably could deal with it, but things aren't smooth. Like, you're not, you know what I mean? You've got all the stresses on top of it.
I don't know, I'm just trying to be strong. It's massive, you know. Coming over here and doing all of this, I don't want to break down, and, you know, I've invested a lot and given up a lot to be here. So I want to make it work, and I want it to be a success, but it's hard, you know. I guess I'm getting freaking out a little bit because I know how difficult last night's service was. It was absolutely not smooth at all. When you've been trying really hard for a long time and things still don't go right, it's definitely difficult. So, yeah, I'm sinking. And I am a bit scared.
Colour of it.
Still too much.
Next time on the final episode of My Restaurant in India, Sarah returns to Goa with her mum and son.
That is something.
But with only 3 days to prepare for the big launch, could it all come crashing down?
Everything is a challenge here.
This is really bad news.
We're honestly going to start losing our staff. This isn't my future. I don't want to be doing this anymore. The best option is if we shut down.
Look, what's going on? It's just a joke.
It's going to be a flop. No one's going to arrive to our party. I was terrified.